Steam. You used it? I used it. Everybody used it. So how on earth did it get so popular to 132 million users? Well, let me spend some of your valuable time telling you. That's you. I see you. Why? So, history lesson here. So Steam launched in 2003. The big 03. The 03, you know? The early 2000s, or whatever you guys called it. And it was, well, mostly for Valve gamers. So, Counter-Strike players, Half-Life, all those people. But then one day, our god, Gabe Newell, decided, wait, what if other people could put their games and stuff on our platform, and, you know, it's nice, it's cool, yeah. So that was the day Steam was born. Now, there's probably a chance that if you're a PC gamer, chances are you have used Steam before. And you know, it's so nice to use, easily laid out. For example, in the summer, what does Riot Games give you? Yeah, I thought so. Nothing. But during the summer, Steam gives you summer sales. So that game you can't afford, but all your boys have it, yay! You can now spend your allowance on a game that you won't play for another year after you play it for a month. Yay! As well as this, you also might have played a lot of indie games, not just AAA games, indie games that have like 3 active players, but they're also really, really good. Like Schedule 1. If it wasn't for Steam, I don't think that game would have ever got any popularity or anything like that. So, it's great, you know? And there aren't any ads in games. Steam doesn't allow it. That's against their policy, you know. That's a no-no. That's a finger wag right there. Speaking of which, a while back, EA, yes, EA, wanted to brace for impact. Put ads in their paid games. So yeah, that $60 FIFA game you were saving up for, ads. And they wanted to put it on Steam, right? Because everyone's on Steam. Now, as I said, they take a 30% cut of all revenue. And they could have taken their part out of the ad revenue and just let it be. But since Steam is so good, and obviously it's a paid game, so that seems kind of crummy. Like if you pay for a free mobile game and it has an ad and you're complaining, it's for free. That's how they make money. One of the reasons they don't do this is because Steam is not a public company. So that means there are no shareholders, there's none of that. Because it's, you know, it's like the employees are in charge, you know, obviously the CEO's in charge, but there are only shareholders who want short-term cash, but everybody else wants long-term health. Now, let's talk about how petty and greedy they're not. Compared to Ubisoft, all of those other companies, they're not very petty, you know? If a game costs $20 and, you know, like, they put on sales, you know, think about Nintendo. Okay, think about Nintendo. Just think about Nintendo for a second. Nintendo's main customer base is children. They're 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds who want to buy Mario Kart. The new Mario Kart World, for example. So, what do you think happens when they come up to their parents, show them their glaring Switch screen, and say, "Mommy, there's a $70 game I want to buy"? What do you think their parents are gonna say, huh? Sure, I'll spend 2% of my allowance on a game you're never gonna play again. No, they're not gonna say that, are they? Because they're gonna say, "Son, daughter, I'm not paying for that, bro. I'm not spending $70 to $80. I don't even know. I don't keep track of Nintendo and how greedy they get. I don't. I really don't. So, they're not gonna. People aren't spending $80 on a game. But if you have, say, there's an expensive game, like I don't know, $30, okay, which you can't really afford. You only have $20 in your Steam wallet. And then, right before the summer, all your friends are getting the game, you're getting disappointed, and right before you have your mom's credit card and you're about to put her info onto that wallet and add some money, there's a notification. And it's a game on your wish list is on sale. And guess what? It's only $15, so you get that game and still have $5 left in your Steam wallet. As well as this, do you know what's crazy? Steam has so much personalization. So let's say, I don't know if this is true, but in Geometry Dash, if you like get a cool skin, I don't know, in a game you get a cool skin, you can put that on your avatar. Nintendo? Nah. PlayStation? Nah. Personalization doesn't exist. You're just number hashtag 42846A55592. Yeah. Which is my also leaked your IP address, but we don't talk about that, do we? Do we, Nintendo? And as well as this, the reason this is so great is that if, for example, Nintendo was the big dog, you know, they were the big ones. They were the ones who people thought they knew what they were talking about, which they don't. Trust me. It wouldn't be so good. Steam wouldn't be having loads of sales. All the games would be full price. It would be crummy. There'll be ads. There would be inappropriate games. All that sort of stuff. But since Steam is the top dog, you know, it's good, you know? They're paving the way for other people. For example, when Fortnite released the Battle Pass, or the season, I don't know. When Fortnite released the Battle Pass or something like that, it's really not a coincidence that shortly after, guess what? A bunch of other games started implementing their own Battle Pass because the top dog did it. So they're getting inspiration, yes guys. And another reason they're very successful is that they're just so customer friendly. Have you seen those memes like average Steam customer service, and then they're like sending an attack drone to whoever like, I don't know, scammed you or something? Yeah, that's the thing that's so good. It's customer friendly, and this is how the cycle works. Okay, I made this diagram. So you got Steam makes another good feature. People join. People tell their friends about Steam. More people join Steam. Game developers come to Steam. More people come to Steam because more game developers, and the cycle repeats. So yeah, that's basically why Steam is so successful. I mean, it's great, customer friendly. I love using it. You probably love using it. Everybody likes using Steam. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I took inspiration from this video right here. Great video. Recommend you watch it. Subscribe to that guy. And subscribe and like to me if you also spend way too much of your money on Steam sales. See you in the next one.